Hi, Mark Gilbert here. Thanks for clicking in. The title of this video is Work is Play, whatever the heck that means. But like all our videos, they're designed to give you some tools and ideas for assisting with our spiritual evolution. I hope you benefit from this video, and if you do, I'd really love it if you'd hit that subscribe button down there. It lets YouTube know you like the videos we're making. So work is play, what the heck does that mean? When I say work is play, am I telling you to go to your job and goof off and not take it seriously and not get your task done? No, not at all. In fact, I would suggest you don't do that because you'll probably get fired or laid off, and that is not my desire here. Actually, what my intention is to shift your focus and your perspective on how you view your work. And as I frequently mention, we're on a spiritual evolutionary journey, and that journey involves a shifting of our consciousness, a shifting in how we see our lives and how we show up in our lives. And what I'd like to do is to take us through a developmental arc of how we can view our jobs and our work, whether we're self-employed or working for somebody else, that we can go through 4 stages. So the first stage of this developmental arc and how we view work is one where we see work as a means to an end. It's simply a way to get a paycheck. It's not necessarily a way to bring us joy and meaning in our lives. It's something that we have to do in order to get to that free time in our lives where we can then go on to enjoying things. It's that means to an end of the free time. In a sense, we're a victim to the need to have to work in order to have income so we can have the free time to play. We view work as something of a sequence where we have to get up, go to work, put in the minimum amount of time and effort that we are called to do at that particular job, get off at closing time, come home, and then live our lives separately from that. We don't necessarily see our role is to excel necessarily at work unless it's going to get us a promotion. In fact, we typically are working in a way that is trying to avoid getting fired from our job. I'd have to say that most people start out at this level, and many people stick at this level. Many people do not evolve beyond seeing themselves as a victim to external circumstances where they have to work at jobs that give them no meaning and they have no joy from. They are a victim to that job and that paycheck, and life is being done to them as a victim. However, if we're able to transcend that sense of victimhood and recognize that we have a degree of control in our life, that we shift to a different perspective on how we see our work, all of a sudden we recognize that we are a player with some control. This may call us to leaving that particular job and changing careers or not, or calling us simply to see where can we exercise a degree of personal control within the environment of the job that we're in. At this particular level, we begin to recognize that we're sort of co-creators of our life and that things have a degree of control by us, that we can create the circumstances in our life. We're no longer purely victims of the circumstances out there, but instead we're co-creators of those circumstances, and that through our thoughts and our words and our actions, we can create change in our life to the direction that we want to go. We see life as being done by us. There are many people who get to this level and they stay there as well and never transcend it as well. These people still have a degree of a mindset where work is work and play is play. And when I get off of my job, I go and do the things that give me pleasure. However, if we continue to develop, we move into the third stage of this developmental arc I'm talking about. It's one where we begin to see the interconnectedness of everything, and we begin to also recognize that we have these gifts and talents that we are called to give in this particular lifetime. And through that, recognizing that things are interconnected and that we have talents to give and we're called to be of service, we begin to find ways in which we can bring our talents to bear in the things that we're doing in the world. In many cases, it may lead us to career path changes, where we let go of certain jobs and move into creating our own work, either in employment with other people or through our own organizations and jobs. One of the things that becomes essential at this level of understanding is that there is something moving through us, and that the expression of ourselves in our work and career is a part of this flow of energy where we are allowing the flow of life through us to express as our talents and our service in our jobs and careers. We're no longer focusing on the fact that we are co-creators, so to speak, but that we are agents of flow, and we are living in the flow through the work that we do. Now, this third level looks like it's one that would bring a lot more joy to our life, and it does. And it might seem to be the culmination of a calling of all that we can do and be in the world, but there actually is a fourth level to this developmental arc. And it's one where we even transcend the sense that work is being done through us to a state where we recognize that our showing up in the world and all that's existing in the world is representative of us as us. What do we mean by that? What we mean is that at a higher and higher level, we're beginning to see that everything is one, that there is an interplay of all of life, and that divine flow of energy that is moving through us and calling us to express ourselves through our unique talents and abilities, that all of that is part of an interconnectedness to all that is. So that the barriers that we have created in our minds that says, this is work and this is play, this is my job, and this is my free time, all of that begins to dissolve. And as it dissolves away, we begin to see that it's simply our life as us, that everything is as us. Yes, we are co-creators of this life. Yes, Spirit is moving through us and expressing our talents and abilities through these particular vessels. But we no longer see the divisions, and it's just life as us. When we get to that level of awareness, things change. At this level, we begin to see that we are life. We are work. We are play. And that work is play. It's all one. Ultimately, at this highest level, our attention and focus is on the recognition of the oneness of all of life. That life is no longer done to us. We have transcended the degree of understanding that life is done by us and through us to simply understanding that we are life, work, and play. So how do you know and experience that work is play in your life? Leave me a comment in the box below the video. Also, if you've got an idea for other videos you'd like to see me do, drop me an email at the address on the screen. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Hey, one more quick thing. I'd love it if you subscribe to the channel. The link is down there on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Also, there's a related video you might want to watch. It's right next to my face. And if you like this video, be sure to click like and leave me a comment on YouTube. Thanks.